All right, guys, here we are. Metalopolis, or not Metalopolis, Metropolis is the map, and up at the top of it in the center is the last hope for Team Dignitas before they go down to the lower bracket. If he doesn't come back and win 5 games, that is going to be it for them in this match. It is Dream, or DreAm, if you want to pronounce the capitalization there. And down at the bottom of the map in the blue, from the Team Liquid, it is Zenio, going up 4-0 already in this match today. Very well played. He is just, I mean, just the epitome of solid Zerg play. I mean, I don't know what other word to describe it other than solid. I mean,
he hasn't been especially crafty. He hasn't been cheesy. He hasn't been anything out of the ordinary. He's just been crushing people with good standard stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't done anything flashy. He hasn't been like hyper aggressive like July Zerg or anything like that. He has just kind of played Zerg versus Terran. You know, no frills, blue collar, ZVT.
Gets down in the trenches.
He's made it look good, too.
This guy works for a living.
Yep.
That's what I say.
That's right. The drones work for a living. That's what they do.
It's true.
And then they become buildings sometimes.
That's so awkward.
That's right.
A drone can... What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a
hatchery. What?
Make more larvae than me. Well, here's the building that you would never really want to be as a Nidus worm.
That's
true.
At
least they're a little bit more mobile. You know, they can pretty much go anywhere, so they can, like, poke up in different parts of the planet, maybe sample the cuisine.
But when that Ultralisk is coming through...
I know. That's the drawback. Yeah. So you get basically free travel to anywhere on the planet that you're on. You know, being a Nidus worm. I mean,
it's a plus.
They want to see sights too, right?
Right.
They poke their heads out and they're like, "Oh, that's the Eiffel Tower." But then you've got like Banelings and stuff coming through. Banelings would be kind of smooth, but yeah, like Zerglings, Ultras wouldn't be as much fun.
Yeah, Banelings. You have to worry about like mobile bombs coming through you the entire time. That's it's uncomfortable.
If there's an earthquake and gets shaken around a little bit, that could be bad.
You're done. You are done for.
Yeah. Forge Expand from Dream. He's going to be putting that Nexus down fairly soon. There it is. Does manage to block the hatchery for Zenio as well. And Zenio not going for anything like a fast hatch at the third. Just kind of accepting it. It looks like he's going to wait until he has some lings out.
Yep, and there they are. They just popped out.
Yep, this is a good way to handle it, I think. I mean, your hatchery, it is a little bit later, but it's not as late as it could be. And, you know, if you send a drone right away to the third, you know, Dream would have had a chance to block that with another pile and slow you down even more, so.
Yeah, it looks like he was making sure that wasn't going to be the case. There we go, hatchery number 2.
Yep.
We'll see if number 3 pops out in just a bit, or if
Probably
Zenio's going to move up to gas, or if he's going to play that 3 hatch, no gas style.
Yep. Probably will send that drone very soon. Usually it's not much later than 26 that Zergs take their third base if they're going to do the 3 hatch, no gas. Oh, but he did get a gas. Never mind. So, oh, no, he didn't get a gas. That is a spawning pool between the gases.
Directly in between the Vespian geysers.
Yeah, it's actually just trying to distract me. So
yeah.
Just trying to confuse me a little bit. Thanks.
That is true. Wait, can
I
take
take
the
a lot,
map
though.
in this view? I don't know.
Can we what?
Can I ping the map? Oh, I can't.
No. Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. I felt inspired after the last game.
Crazy person.
Hey, only 1 gas for Dream, which is kind of interesting. He is putting up his cybernetics core now and reinvesting back into his economy, but most players you'll see get 2 gas at this point. They'll move quickly into Sentry production, get that +1 up pretty fast as well. But Dream going to do something decidedly different. Yeah. May involve a bunch more gateways here in a second.
I think you are absolutely right. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more gateways. I would wager to say we might see a +1 and a lot of Zealots added onto that, but... No matter what he wants to do, he's going to need to get a second gas fairly soon, unless he's going to go just like crazy with these gateways and go up to like 5 gates right away, you know?
It is certainly a possibility. We'll find out here in just a bit. His mineral income is skyrocketing. This is about the time when you'd see, okay, well, we're on 2 bases. We've got a little tech probably at this point coming up. Let's add on maybe gas 3 or 4 if we want to move up to very fast Templar, or if we want to sit on Stargate play, something like that.
Yep. And, yeah, there is +1 and a couple more gateways, so it looks like it will be quite Zealot heavy.
Yep. 4 or 5 gates in total. There we go.
Yeah, all right. So Zenio, on the other hand, he's getting his 2 gases down at about the normal time, getting another round of drones in there before he throws down his Roach Warren, an Evo Chamber, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it looks like really no harm, no foul there as the Zealots back away, only having taken shield damage, and the Zerglings go down. But there is, of course, that third base up. No gas quite yet. Let's see, just 36 drones for the time being. There we go, Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber coming up now.
Now, this timing that Dream is doing is actually one of the most deadly things there is out there for this type of strategy. You basically just go Zealot Stalker and just try to kill them with a lot of gateways. And it works pretty well on this map. I mean, it's tough for Zerg to reinforce this third base. It's a bit cut off until those rocks are taken down.
And looks like, Zenio is going to scout this pylon off to the side. Will he send off enough units to go ahead and take advantage of that? No, the first Warpins are on the low ground. He's going to be forced to defend that. This probe is going after the Zergling. No, it's not actually. It's just kind of sitting there supervising. But the Zealots are already starting to hit the hatchery.
I'm sure every Zerg on the ladder right now is cringing because they have died to this like 18,000 times at least, man. I mean, this early Zealot attack, sometimes you add in some Stalkers, makes it a little bit difficult, and you can see why. I mean, the timing that it hits is before you really have a good amount of Roaches. It's before speed hits, and that is just a lot of Zealots. If Zenio defends this, it's going to be pretty impressive. It looks like he will, but you know, he's lost a lot of droning time doing it.
Yeah, but he hasn't lost the hatchery, though. The Zealots weren't going after that hatchery the entire time, and the Zealots are actually starting to get pretty low now. A Roach or two may go down, but they're doing an effective job kiting on creep. And, in fact, this pylon is going to fall here in just a second as well. Zenio holding this off pretty magnificently well.
Yeah, he did a pretty great job. Gotta say, Queen coming out, and with those Roaches, she should be able to finish everything off.
Yeah, and Stalker is going to fall here in just a bit as well. A couple of the workers did go down, but that's not, I mean, that's not worth the amount of resources that Dream put into it. So Zenio really entering into the mid-game on a good foot.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, there is a Robo out now for Dream, so it's not like he completely neglected tech or anything like that.
Right.
It is, I guess you could say, slightly behind, but that +1 weapons will certainly help alleviate any sort of pressure he would take from that.
Yeah, very true.
Zenio immediately going up to 4 gases. We'll have to see if he adds on a lair fairly soon. He does have a good amount of gas built up, so he could go for a number of things.
Oh, very possible now. So we'll see what that path is here in just a bit, but his mining is looking very good. He's on 58 drones for the time being and continuing to increase that. He's going to be up to 63 in total. Actually, just put down a couple of structures now, gas 5 and 6, and yes, you are correct. Lair is coming up now along with +1 missile attacks.
Yep, nice thing for what Dream did is it did delay Zenio's lair. That's going to help him out a little bit. It's going to give him a little bit more breathing room to get his own tech up too. So it did kind of more or less equalize things. You can see Zenio really not that far ahead in terms of supply. Normally at this point in the game, Zerg has a little bit more of a lead just in terms of well, just because of how Zerg can kind of macro in this matchup right now.
Right.
Zenio looks like he's going to be going for some pretty big-time Roach aggression, though, at the later stages of the game, getting already +1/+1 for his carapace and missile attacks.
Yep, very possible as his supply already starting to skyrocket up there. Now getting a lot of Zerglings, though, saving up that gas for the time being, maybe waiting for lair. There we go, and then Roach speed hits, and Hydralisk Den is added as well. I was wondering, that round of Zerglings confused me. It was it's an effective Pokemon maneuver as well, but it worked out for me. I was confused, but that makes sense now as we do have the Hydralisk Den coming down.
I'll have to see if Zenio likes to use a Surf or something later on, too. And
Kevin is confused. It's super effective.
Zenio's not going to be making any Hydras anytime soon. He's going to need all the Wings and Roaches he can handle to hold this off. This is another very strong push. Dream just doing like every push in the book that Zergs hate right now. Here comes the Gateway Immortal push. Have fun, Zenio.
Well, Zenio is able to attack with most of his Roaches. Now, the flank didn't work out that well, and the Immortals haven't been touched yet, so they're going to sit at the back and absolutely decimate the front line of Roaches, and we'll see how much that Dream wants to push with this. That is a very powerful army, and he still does have quite a bit of energy left in those sentries as well.
Yep, that's right. Good supply there for Zenio, but keep in mind,
well done.
Yeah, he needs to kill off some of those sentries, but the problem is that you spend all this time killing sentries, the Immortals just pulverize your Roaches. You just don't have the larvae to produce things quick enough to hold this off. Zenio, you know, not dead yet, but a very difficult position to be in. Yeah, having to pull the drones.
Right.
It's pretty rough.
We'll see if he's going to be able to hold this off, though. Dream's attack is proving to be so effective. One Immortal finally does go down. It looks like a second one may take some damage as well. No, he's actually starting to pick off the sentries, which is very, very smart. Let's see, another 13 roaches just about to pop up as well. Of course, those are in the supply count, but they haven't popped out yet, which means that Dream has actually quite a bit more on the field than his opponents. Very nice job picking up that Immortal as well, that Instructor Immortal with 14 kills.
Oh, man, yeah, he's doing a really good job keeping that alive. And I mean, this is it. Dream just like wants to kill Zenio right now. He needs to kill Zenio right now. Zenio did lose a queen, so that's going to hurt his larva count even more here. It's going to make it even more difficult to make enough units to survive.
The Immortal going down was certainly pretty positive for Zenio, though, as he's going to be able to get in there a little bit closer on this army. We'll see if it's going to be enough. And Dream actually picking up his herd stalkers over and over again, which is pretty cute. Zenio finally starting to whittle down these stalker numbers, though. He did take quite a bit of damage, though. 29 workers have been killed in this game. He's down to 45 drones to the 51 probes of his opponent, but it looks like he may be able to stabilize here in a second.
He could. This is going to be an absolutely amazing hold by Zenio. I can't believe he's actually able to do it. Really, really picking everything he's focusing on absolutely perfectly. Wow, I am so impressed by Zenio right now. I mean, like I said, solid. This is just nothing but solid.
That's ridiculous.
Amazing.
GG, well played. Wow. Zenio has just all killed Team Dignitas, and Liquid is advancing into Winners Round 2 to play Mouse.
That hold was literally one of the most impressive things I have ever seen, ZVP. That was an awesome game. I'm definitely